Yo, welcome, one and all to episode number 11 of Poetica. I hope you enjoyed our little intro there, doing some cheeky mining. For those of you who missed the live stream that we did last week, this is now our new little location. This is our little hidey hole for now, and this is our crazy iron mine, and this thing just won't quit. That montage you saw to start the episode was just under an hour of mining, condensed down into I think 6 minutes in the end. I managed to speed it up to. Yeah, and there's just still absolutely loads down here. Like, if you come down in here, look at all this. Like, we can just come in here with more supports. There's also some poor platinum here. But yeah, like, with a few more supports, it just won't quit. So we can get a lot more, and I will, this episode, we will mine more. Although probably off camera, or, up between this episode and next. By the start of next episode, this thing will be empty. That said, look at this. It spreads as far as, like, here. Under the water. So yeah, maybe we won't be quite getting all of it, but this is a huge amount. And so to show you what an hour's worth of mining got us so far, there it is. Not bad. Now this is all normal quality, but as I kind of said last time, I think, or on the stream, given we can pour it into ingots anyway, each bloomery round that we do is producing a bloom of 24 ingots. That doesn't actually matter whether it's rich or normal. So the only thing that it does increase the speed of is obviously the time spent mining. But that's now a smaller difference. So having normal stuff that is exposed and we know where it is actually quite convenient. It takes us a little bit longer to mine it, but we're not having to do the ridiculousness of making loads more charcoal for the bloomery runs. Because whether it's normal or rich quality, our iron blooms are a consistent size now. So yeah, that's one thing to say. And so this episode really is going to be a little bit of exploring the local area. We've got the limonite there, and to show you the journey we went on the other day in this live stream. There's the Bismuth Bayou, our original little base. We came down here on the live stream, and we got to the ocean, and we got in a boat, and we went on a funny old journey across the ocean, which took forever. We found one tiny little island there, which was fun. And then we started to get really worried that we were going to run out of water. But then we found this area here, luckily. And we did kind of explore most of this island, but I do want to get up here and just double check. I think in this direction the land might continue. Now, it's raining right now, and in keeping with what we spent a lot of our time on the vanilla series doing recently, one thing I'm also really keen to look at is fishing. Put a stick, string, 2 ingots, and then the iron fish hook, which come from the nuggets. We can't make a furnace. Is there a way to get iron nuggets? So maybe those fishing rods aren't actually in. Maybe fishing rods aren't in full stop. Because whatever happens, we need this iron hook for every one of these. I mean, there are a lot of nuggets here. Like, all the Terrafirmacraft nuggets are all here, but they seem to have just been taken out the pack. I think. Maybe we won't do any fishing then. Well, let me know what you guys think about that. Now, there is some bad news. On the stream the other day, we learned a lesson. Let's do this for a moment. And then if we put sand here and put sand here... How did that happen? Let's just watch that again. The slabs here, they should hold this piece of sand in here, right? No, they don't. It actually destroys the slab and the sand falls through. Wow, yeah, okay, so even on the top level it doesn't work actually. So slabs do not hold gravity blocks in place. They just don't. And unfortunately, when we were building this thing, we were unaware of that, and this happened. Which one did we lose? The one with all of the, like, saplings and stuff. And seeds. So if you remember, we left with 1 crate and 2 urns full of things. Fortunately, we lost one of those urns. Now, a few of the vessels survived the incident, and we did have some of our vessels in here. Yeah, and so some of them survived. A lot of the ones with the seeds, luckily, did survive, and the saplings. A lot of the saplings survived. But we did lose a few things. I think we established that the most valuable thing that we lost, I think we did lose some seeds, but we got a lot of these grain, like wheat seeds and things, so that's all good. But one of the things we lost that is valuable is the charcoal. We don't actually have any charcoal anymore. Now, I don't think we'll probably make charcoal pits here where we are right now, unless we find some really big trees. Then maybe we will. We do have an iron axe for when this one runs out. So I think, yeah, the first thing to do for this episode then is to go off and just do some of that exploring we described. I think we'll have a sleep and then we'll head out in the morning. And yeah, let's just see if we can find some more interesting areas and just kind of take in our surroundings a little bit here. I suppose we should really empty the backpack before we go exploring. We could end up bringing back a huge amount of wood, which would be really valuable. And yeah, ultimately, like, the whole reason of building this shack was to protect these guys from things falling on them, so we didn't lose them. And it was ironic that it was the very act of building it that actually dropped something on it. But anyway, can't be helped. And overall, I think we did pretty well, to be honest, to have got so far and survived that whole ordeal, you know. So we have our glorious boat here. Pretty nice. I think there was some exposed calcite around this corner, but we didn't mark it because calcite we can just get from the beach anyway, from all the little crustaceans and things. After I said it's not worth getting, let's get like some, just because I think it is still quite slow. Yeah, I think like gathering stuff off of the beach is not like as high quality as this stuff. That, like, I think it gives us more output, like, per piece that we mine. Molten calcium. Wait, hold on. So can we make it into, like, ingots as well? Calcium blocks and things. Calcium lamps. Huh. All right, interesting. Well, yeah, let's grab some then, because I don't think we can make, like, calcium ingots and stuff out of the crustaceans from the beach. So this is, like, slightly different stuff. I don't know how much it will need, but while it's exposed, we'll just take some, you know. Okay, guys, I just got totally smacked in the head by something. Yeah, I don't even have a helmet anymore. By something, by just carelessly mining as I'm doing right now, and just getting caved in on. So we're actually getting to the bit I wanted to look at, aren't we? Oh, nearly there. I think we lost all of our clay. That was the other thing. We lost all the earthenware clay. I was a bit more concerned with having lost. Shale mud. Okay, shale mud might be quite nice as well. And then, is there actually clay underneath this stuff, or is it just trolling me? I think it might just be trolling me. There's definitely the clay flowers, but there's definitely no clay under there. Let's take all the shale mud anyway, why not? To be fair, it also just gives us something relatively peaceful and safe to do overnight, because we can just stick to this one area, which we know to be, at least so far, safe. Oh, is that? That's more. This is all a load of bog iron here as well. Well, I guess I couldn't resist just getting all the bog iron too. Why not? Alright, and this time these plants actually did have clay underneath them. So we're going to have a little clay munch here as well, I think. I was a bit gutted, I'm not going to lie. I was gutted to lose the earthenware clay. That stuff's fun. But we'll find more. We'll find more, definitely. At some point. Now, one thing I also want to always keep my eye on is our climate here. So the rainfall's 230 at the moment. I think we need to be like above 300. I think that's what Verph said. Because ultimately, my kind of heart's desire is to find a jungle. And in that jungle, to find one of the temples. And convert it into a base. As many of you will know, that is my dream from a lot of the live streams where we've attempted to do it. in this series we're definitely going to have that as a kind of, well, let's see when it happens in the series, but it's a goal. It's a definite goal for the series. I was going to say an end game goal, but if it happens sooner, then it won't be the end. It will just be something we do when we can. But it would be so cool to like convert one of those like Mayan temples, right? It's better to store it as blocks, isn't it? I think it's like twice as efficient. Yes, it is. Yeah, there's more unexplored land over there, alright. And what's the rainfall's increased. The rainfall has increased going in this direction. This does actually look like a small island, though. It might be. Might be the end. Yeah, interesting. And then we've already gone all the way around that bit. So is this really it? This is it for this landmass, I think. So unless we do like a slightly wider circuit of it all, just to kind of see if there's something like relatively close. Do you know what I mean? The only other thing is to just establish exactly which direction it is that increases the rainfall the most. Temperature going slightly down. As we head north, rainfall is going up. If we head east, rainfall going up. Also, land ahoy. Land ahoy, people. What is this now? Oh my god, this is a very big coolness. This is like awesome. What's this biome called? Mangrove, right, okay. So I think on the live stream the other day Verph was saying find a different mangrove because usually they have a lot more trees than the one that we'd found. And that certainly seems to be the case here. And that also looks like the kind of trees I want to be chopping down for charcoal pits. Okay, well, guys, I feel a plan developing here. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a temporary little base on this beach right here. Just somewhere to store this stuff. Then we're going to go back to the hut on the beach over there, which was a slightly more boring beach. And we're going to finish mining all the limonite. And then we're going to pack up everything from there, and we're going to come here, and we're going to build our little house on stilts. Either like right in the middle of all those trees there, or maybe slightly inland. But probably I like the idea of a floating base. And maybe we'll have like the metalworking thing, like a metalworking area on the beach here, and a house floating in the sea. That's what we're going to do, people. This area just looks too cool. I want to be here. And I want to cut down... should we just cut down one of the most enormous trees we can find? Also, maybe we should try and get some saplings out of it first. Let's just use up the rest of this scythe. Okay, I was actually able to rather successfully climb this tree. I don't want to chop down too many trees in this area though, because it will affect how things look. But there we go. That's the end of the scythe. Let's cut this guy down and plant a new one right here. Okay, so before we leave, we've now unloaded all of this stuff into those two chests. We're going to mark this location right here. It can be a temporary thing, I suppose. Because we'll probably rename it and stuff, but let's just call it the Coolness. Because the coolness around here is pretty unprecedented. It just looks very cool. Okay, so there's the Coolness. And we need to go back to this. We didn't even name it as a place, it's just the mine. We'll go back to the mine, mine it all up, pack our bags, and come to the Coolness. Speaking of coolness, just coming another way home here. We're discovering all the coastline over here. Yeah, I think this area is going to be a fun place to be. There seems to be a lot of quite different biomes potentially to explore all in one relatively small area. And ultimately, like, the way to get between all the areas seems to be by boat, which makes actually, yeah, traveling between the different islands and stuff like relatively quick and stuff as well. So yeah, I'm cool with this. I mean, I'm really into it. All right, so here we are. I don't want to say home because this isn't home anymore. And sun is rising just in time for us to start getting emotional with this stuff here. Right, So, I mean, it makes sense for me to just do this off camera, to be honest. You've seen enough already, but, I mean, just to reiterate, I may be here a while. So take a good look at what this looks like, and I'll just do one cut, I think, rather than checking in halfway and things like that. So this is what the area looks like now. How deep we are underground. And, yeah, cut there. Alright, well, you know what? I tell a lie. We are going to check in halfway through me mining all of this out. You can see this chunk here has been quite generous, but look. Some cowlinite is here, guys. This is huge. Yeah, very large sample of cowlinite down here. Amazing. Absolutely beautiful. And because we don't have graphite, but we do have the alumina stuff. Yeah, there's another piece. Yeah, cool. All right, well, look, anyway, I'm going to get back to it. I've been mining for about 45 minutes to get all this out. So my prediction is I'm going to spend another hour to another hour and a half before I feel like, you know, the bits we're leaving behind are minimal. We're also obviously getting a lot of poor platinum, which, you know, it's just a bonus, I suppose. All right, guys, so welcome back. It's been, as I predicted, about another hour and a bit, I would say. And I was going to keep going. I just put these supports up, so I was going to dig out all of this section. Let me show you around here. We went all the way down in there as well. And then you can see there's a lot of cowlinite down at the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty ludicrous size, this place. There's still quite a bit of limonite there on this wall. But we're going to stop right now because of the state of my pickaxe. I don't want to go back to using... This is my way in and out up here. I don't want to go back to using like bronze or something, but at the same time I also don't want to start making iron blooms here. I'd rather get on with going to the coolness. So I'd put up a few more chests, moved all of the stuff out. So that's all of the platinum we got. That's all the cowlinite we got, a few gems. Full chest of limonite there, and then nearly another full chest there. And then I've just been putting all the stone and stuff in these chests over here just to keep things organised. But yeah, I was going to get a lot more ambitious with it, but you know what, like, nah. Basically. Alright, so I've run around for quite a while actually and just not found any clay. At least like on foot here. And then I'm also thinking we don't have charcoal here either. So actually melting all of these into their cast iron ingots, it just seems a bit long. It's probably, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the actual spot we're aiming to live in is really not that far away by boat. Really not that far at all. Takes less than like 3 or 4 minutes, I think, by boat, that journey. So with that in mind, we'll just do several trips. So I'm just sort of getting ready to kind of pack up as much stuff as I can for the first trip now. And so those two things are the first two things I want to pick up. Avoid using my pickaxe at all costs because we want the pickaxe working for stuff that we need to do with it, you know? Yeah, so I'm just gonna pack up now anyway, basically, and we're gonna just start doing trips. Alright, boom, here's our first trip's worth. A decent amount of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, there's some rather crazy visuals going on right now with this rainstorm, and I don't know if it's the harvest moon or what it is, but there's some combination of natural occurrences that's looking pretty outrageous here. Okay, and for those who are interested, here's the second batch of things we're taking. That's the last of all the ores, and we're getting on to just getting the blocks. And the third and final batch is just the rest of the mudstone bits and bobs. Those I didn't even need, actually. Just everything. Everything's empty. There's a bit of junk up there. Yeah. It was a nice little shack. I mean, we did lose an urn to this shack. The shack's a little bit haunted. Not gonna lie. We'll be back here. We will do more mining. It's crazy how many hours I've spent. I think I've spent 3 hours mining this as part of this episode. Oh, look, spotted en route. Some exposed kaolinite just there, just down the shore of where we've set up. So here we are. I'll show you our setup here. And to be honest, given the amount of hours I've sunk into this episode so far, and you know, I think we're running at a decent time now, so we'll probably call it a day for this episode now, you know. And actually we'll do the building. We'll have a proper building episode next time where we make this place our home. But we're all set up here, looking quite nice. We've got these guys are empty, but they might as well go on the floor somewhere. Maybe over here. Yeah, we're all set up. So let me show you. So we've got all our ingots there. In here, we just have all the vessels. I just wanted the vessels out of these guys, so they're protected by being in the chest. And we can sort through all this stuff. There's loads of stuff in there. Got our anvils, got our ingots. Right over here, we've got the shale chest, including all that mud. We've got our mudstone chest, although no mud. We've got this one that just has naturey bits in it and clay and things. Then we've got all the limonite on this side, of which there's a decent amount. I mean, actually, we could probably compress it into just 2 chests. We've got all the small stuff there, and nearly 2 chests of normal. Then we've got our kaolinite and our calcite and some other just valuable bits and bobs up there. The bloomery blocks, for example, and all the fire clay stuff. Our platinum there, empty. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's been an episode of gathering intense amounts of resources and moving intense amount of resources around, but we have found a spot that I am really excited to live in. I mean, look at this place. Oh, it's going to be fun. So we're going to do some really nice building next episode. Thanks for watching. Be excellent to each other, and click all the YouTube buttons that make me happy. And I'll see you soon. All right, safe. Peace.